I've killed people in war during my 6.5 years in Afghanistan, and I've wondered, what does my karma look like, and what can I expect from the universe? And so today we're going to explore karma, not just as a punishment or a reward, but as this living idea and law of reciprocity. From ancient Vedic teachings to the poetry of Rumi, and even the way that trees and rivers and our relationships echo back to what we offer. And what if the universe is a mirror? It's not a judge. And so what is karma? Karma it's an action. It's not just a consequence. Pop culture says that karma's a bitch, but we rarely talk about what cultivates karma as this positive thing. If you've watched our channel, you've heard me talk about the Hindu concept of the wheel of samsara. This is the circle of life, death, and rebirth. But I believe there are these smaller samsaras too. You've got these addictive loops, toxic relationships, these negative patterns that you can't seem to break out of. And karma ties into the idea of the rebirth and evolution of the soul. And that helps us break out of the ultimate samsara and achieve enlightenment in this big sense. But it can break us out of these other smaller cycles that we're stuck in. And that's when we can lift ourselves out of these addictions, out of these bad relationships, and all these negative habits that we have. So karma is not a punishment, it's a correction. It's an education for ourself and our soul. Let's look at Rumi, Sufism, and some of this mirror imagery that comes along with karma. Rumi said, the universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. So we're already the best version of ourselves, even if we can't see it. And there's this Sufi concept of polishing the heart so that it looks like a mirror that will reflect the divine truth back to us. The more clearly we reflect divine light, the less that karma is going to cloud this mirror that we are. Consider karmic reflection instead of judgment. Assume that you can move yourself away from judgment. You're going to free yourself, because judgment completely messes up karma. We end up judging ourselves, we end up judging others, and we end up worried about how others are judging us, when all of that doesn't really matter, because we are what we are. So anytime you can move yourself away from judgment, please take that opportunity. And this mirror that you are, it gives back what we project. And it does it in this neutral, honest, and a very exact way. And this applies to your thoughts, your emotions, your energy. And this goes way beyond things that are these simple physical acts that we worry about. Okay, I did something bad to someone, and that's going to come back to me. But just thinking things, just our emotions, even our energy, that leaves us, it goes out into the universe, and that gets reflected back to us. And so if you're interested in this concept of Sufism and mystic Islam and Rumi, please check out the video on the screen. It kind of goes more in depth on some of this. And the universe would love if you would sub to our channel by hitting the watermark in the lower right-hand corner of this video. The reciprocity of nature can also teach us a lot about karma. When we give to the earth, it gives back in the form of water, food, shelter, love. And nature is a real-time karmic field. There's this great balance, this regenerative nature and interdependence that comes with and from nature. And it's something like pecan trees talking across hundreds of miles about when they're going to drop their bounty. And they do it all at the same time, and they do it every few years. And so it's this amazing thing. Or the reintroduction of the wolves to Yellowstone, which completely changed and balanced Yellowstone's ecosystems. It even changed the way that the rivers flow in Yellowstone. So the wolves can actually change the river, because Mother Earth is this living, breathing example of reciprocity and karma. And Robin Wall Kimmerer is a Native American author and poet, and she's also a scientist. And she talks about this idea of karmic reciprocity in her book, Braiding Sweetgrass. Everyone should read this book. It's beautiful, and we do have a video discussing it. You'll see here on your screen. But we've lost sight about what it means to live in harmony with nature. We've lost sight of the fact that we are nature. This has probably clouded us to a huge part of what karma is, because we're missing this entire ecosystem that is nature, that is reflecting karma in this beautiful way. We don't go out into nature and know that we're part of it, to see this beautiful law of reciprocity and this beautiful cycle of life. You put something out, you're going to get it back. It sounds simple and we can know it, but it's completely different to go out and live it. And so, do you live it? And I'd like to know in the comments if you have actually gone out and lived your life with this idea of karmic reciprocity in mind. So hit me up and let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. There isn't some kind of magical scoreboard. It's not about lightning bolts that are going to come attack you for every bad thought or deed that you have. There's probably some truth to that conceptually, but we all do a great deal of good in the world. And at the same time, we also have all of these judgments and grief that flows out of us to all these other people and other things. And it also comes back to ourselves. We let this energy flow to ourselves of judgment and grief. And again, how you treat yourself is going to loop back to you. That's heavy, right? So if I'm going to treat myself poorly, then that karmic mirror is going to have even more stuff coming back on me because I'm putting that out in the universe. That's heavy stuff. That's almost like a double negative that you're setting yourself up for if you're letting negative thoughts, emotion, and grief flow into yourself. So imagine how much freer you'd be if you lived with more self-love and how that would impact your karmic mirror. Imagine all this loving kindness flowing out from you to all these other people, to all these things around you. And that love's going to come back to you. That kindness is going to come back to you because your thoughts are seeds, and your thoughts and your small actions are these things that are going to create these energetic ripples that are going to come back to you in amazing ways. So what are you planting today? If life is a mirror, what reflection are you offering the universe right now, today? And what are you going to offer it tomorrow? So ask yourself, what energy am I giving today? And you can even ask it out loud in front of the bathroom mirror, the literal mirror, in the morning. What am I giving out today? And in the evening, you can come back and ask yourself, what did I receive today? And what might that be mirroring? Have you ever seen this play out in real life? Have you ever sat down and thought about it, where something happened and you felt like this karma came back to you and it impacted your life in some type of meaningful way? If you have any stories about that, I would love to hear them. So put them in the comments and we can discuss it. But all I can say is put amazing energy out into the universe because it's going to come back to you. And the conversation doesn't have to end here. Come be a part of a community that gets it. At keyshar.org, we have conversations just like this every single day. And if you could like this video, we'll keep making content just like this. And until next time, I wish you peace on your journey.